So the previous lecture talked about one problem created by asymmetric information. That problem was adverse selection. Adverse asymmetric information also creates moral hazard. Moral hazard occurs when a contract provides an incentive for one party to take action that is detrimental to another party. Now, the beginning pictures: screw up, bail out, leads to screw up, bail out. Who's more careful to avoid screw-ups? Someone who knows that someone else will bail him out, or someone who knows he will bear the full cost of the screw-up? Some more examples of, or some more concrete examples of moral hazard are the following. Insurance against flood damage increases my incentive to build on a floodplain. Equipping cars with ABS increases the incentive to drive more aggressively. Insuring deposits increases banks' incentive to engage in risky investment strategies. Paying a predetermined salary increases the employee's incentive to shirk. Unlimited mileage contracts increase the incentive to abuse rental cars by driving them long distances. Bailing out banks increases the incentive to engage in the behavior that created the problem. Let's work through an illustrative example. Suppose that, as an owner of a federally insured S&L in the 1980s, the price of real estate falls and most of your loans go into default. In fact, so many loans go into default that the net worth of the S&L is negative $5 million exactly. Federal regulators haven't realized this yet, but they will shortly. As a last-ditch attempt to save the bank, you attract $1 million in new deposits with very generous interest rates. You have two possible investments you can make with $1 million. You can invest in the stock market, which will pay $4 million with probability 0.5 and $2 million with probability 0.5. Alternatively, you can invest in junk bonds, which pay off $10 million with probability 0.1 and $0.5 million with probability 0.9. Here are three questions. Which investment has the highest expected value? Which investment would a financial analyst say is the best option for the ordinary investor? Which investment would the owner choose? Remember, federal deposit insurance limits the S&L's losses to zero. We'll address the questions in order. Which investment has the highest expected value? The expected value of the investment in the stock market is greater than the expected value of the investment in junk bonds. The expected value in the stock market is $3 million. $3 million equals 50% times $4 million plus 50% times $2 million. That's greater than the expected value of the junk bonds, which is 1.45 million. 1.45 million is 90% times 0.5 million plus 10% times 10 million. Which investment would a financial analyst say is riskier? The investment in the stock market is the better option for the ordinary investor. The investment in the stock market stochastically dominates the investment in junk bonds. If your courses in investments and securities analysis did not address stochastic dominance, ask for a refund. Which investment would this owner choose? The owner of the S&L is not an ordinary investor. She benefits from the investment only if the payoff exceeds $5 million. For any payoff less than $5 million, the firm is bankrupt, and the owner's payoff will be zero, regardless of the gap between assets and liabilities. From the owner's perspective, the rational action is to invest in junk bonds. The investment gives the S&L a 10% chance of avoiding bankruptcy and keeping the value of the owner's shares above zero. The investment in the stock market guarantees that the S&L will declare bankruptcy and the value of the owner's shares goes to zero. A 10% chance of success is better than a 100% chance of failure. I mean, the junk bonds say, you mean I've got a chance?